Welcome back. You are watching Tech Talk.
Co-powered by Computer Department of Nagar School.
Matson. So what do we have next in mind for our audience?
Next, we have a video on artificial intelligence prepared by Gautam. And Rachel, you better keep focused on it, cause you will need an extra set of brain, cause obviously your brain is empty.
If I need only one set of extra of brains, well then you need at least two. So yeah. Anyways, I'm so excited to know more about robots, especially because they make our lives so much easier.
You know what? There's no point on arguing with you. So let's find out more on it.
An estimated 19 billion devices are currently connected to the Internet of Things. On average, they create 2.5 trillion bytes of data every day. This high volume of real-time information is called big data complex sequence of instruction, called algorithms are applied to big data in order to detect with patterns and make predictions. These patterns are used to influence the program decision. Making this process is called machine language. Making this process is called machine learning. An effective branch of machine learning is called deep learning. Deep learning uses a neural network that mimics the function of the human brain. It does by so breaking down data into layers and evolving its algorithms over time using deep learning. The software learns without being explicitly programmed and can achieve outcomes we would call artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a center pillar of the so-called Fourth Industrial Revolution, and it's transforming business practices across all sectors, ensuring AI using to analyze risk profiles and calculate premiums more accurate in banking and finance. Machine learning is improving fraud detection and delivering tailored products to customers. Lawyers also using AI to help identify contracts and find potential issues. With careful supervision, you can deliver cost-effective results for clients without sacrificing accuracy, like the growth of industrial machinery, automobiles, and the digital age of the internet industry. For point bringings, many new legal issues to overcome, allocating a liability when AI goes wrong, presence of challenges and existing and so-called principles. The European Parliament has recently published a report calling for a code of ethics to regulate AI technology. In the UK, the Draft Vehicle Technology and Aviation Bill will soon making sure as liable for damage caused by self-driving cars. This means insurers will no longer use the age or skill of a driver to calculate premiums, but instead rely on the safety record of a vehicle model. Companies must also stay aware of the data protection and the privacy obligation. The General Data Protection Regulation, sent into force in May 2018, this regulation emphasizes the need for transparency when using AI or outsourcing big data analysis to third parties. Machine learning AI is beginning to create new and innovative products like chemical patents and software protecting the intellectual property of works generated by AI is a changing issue under existing legislation as many jurisdictions. When artificial intelligence meets the Internet of Things, when AI meets the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is a technology helping us to reimagine daily life, but artificial intelligence AI is the real driving force behind the IoT's full potential. From its most basic application of tracking our fitness level to its wide-reaching potentials across industries and urban planning. The growing partnership between AI and IoT means that a smarter future can occur sooner than we think. Trends making that shift possible and how we are continuing to push the boundaries. Apple's Siri, Google Now, Amazon's Alexa, and Microsoft's Cortana are digital assistants that help users perform various tasks, from checking their schedules and searching for something on the web, to sending commands to another app. AI is an important part of how these apps work because they learn from every single user interaction. Self-driving and parking cars use deep learning, a subset of AI, to recognize the space around a vehicle. Technology company Nvidia uses AI to give cars the power to see, think, and learn, so they can navigate a nearly infinite range of possible driving scenarios. The company's AI-powered technology is already used in cars made by Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Volvo, and Tesla, and is sure to revolutionize how people drive and enable vehicles to drive themselves.
Well, now that was a video to watch. Matson, I was actually thinking of buying a robot so that it can clean my room, finish my homeworks, fold my clothes, etc. etc.
Come, Major, don't stop there.
I am not a sloth bear. Matson, can we have some entertainment to feast our eyes on?
Sure, our friend Bob
Has prepared a cartoon. So let us all watch.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's all sit back and enjoy.
Hi friends, today I'm going to explain a serious thing that happened in my life. Before saying my story, my humble request to your friends. When you use electronic gadgets, just be careful. My family contains 3 members, myself, my father and mother. My father's name is Sumesh and my mother is Sharmila and myself Raju. My family received 2020 with lots of expectations. My father is a farmer. Agriculture is the only source of income for us. Suddenly the pandemic COVID-19 came and lockdown was initiated. It's been over 2 months now. We were depressed. Our condition became worse, as there was no source of income. The educational system became online, as students were not able to attend their classes. I got worried. I didn't know what to do and how to handle it.
Dear son, wake up, it's time. Did you hear about the pandemic? Today, our Prime Minister has scheduled a press conference to convey something to us.
Yes, mother, I've heard about it. Only God knows what our Prime Minister is going to come up with. By the way, where is father?
He went to purchase groceries from the market. If they declare full lockdown by evening, we wouldn't be able to step out of the house. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Mother, don't panic. Let's see what happens.
Okay, now you come out and have your breakfast.
Okay, I will come now. Mom, is the breakfast ready?
It's in the dining table. Go and have it.
Okay, Mom, I will go and have it. By the way, did father reach home?
He's on his way.
Son, did you hear what our Prime Minister has declared? No, Dad. What was the declaration? He has declared a complete lockdown. Oh no. Friends, that was the first half of my story. Now, after 3 months of lockdown, let's see. Father, I really don't know what to do. They're planning to start online classes next week onwards. We don't even have a smartphone. Son, don't be depressed. I will find a way. But how? I'm planning to take a loan from the bank and with that I will buy for you a laptop. Thank you so much, Dad. From here the entire story changes. My father bought for me a laptop. And I started working. Watch from here. This is my new computer. I have decided to loosen the burden on my father's shoulder by earning myself from online. Son, be very careful while using computers. What are you doing now? Father, I found online jobs. And I earn myself from that. Guys, what happened soon after that is I was cheated and police came here and arrested me. Yes, my dear childrens, you should be very careful while using computers. Be careful always. Yes, friends, be careful. Thank you for listening to my story. See you soon.
I never knew that cartoons can contribute so much at reaching out information in a unique and yet enjoyable manner.
I know. I had so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. I'm definitely going to share that clip with my friends. Hey Matson, I actually wanted to ask you something.
What is it? Shoot it out.
Well, aren't these online classes getting a bit boring? I mean, it's the same routine now. Like you wake up in the morning, do your daily chores, and then you sit in front of your laptop or computer for hours and hours. And after that, you have loads and loads of assignments, notes, homeworks, etc. etc. Isn't it so stressful? I mean, doesn't it get boring?
Oh, don't even ask. It's really very boring. But recently I saw a video on stress relief, and honestly speaking, I find it out really helpful. So let's watch it and find out how we can overcome this very common problem, stress.
Dr. Adira Shiji, founder and CEO of Pranavam Naturopathy Ayurveda Diet and Yoga Clinic, is a PNYS doctor. Besides being active in her medical career, she is also an entrepreneur, a writer, and a blogger, and an artist. Here is a short video from her YouTube vlog Pranavam on stress relief. Let's all sit back and watch.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nagar. I am going to share a few points on stress management. Now the question arises, who is stressed? At the time of this COVID-19, I can tell you all of us are going through various levels of tensions. And this talk is regarding our children and their anxiety and stress and its management. Now you may ask me, how can stress and anxiety affect kids? We should know that exposure to prolonged period of stress can result in rewiring of your brain. As a result, the kids will experience a decline, a sharp decline in their memory power as well as concentration. So in order to prevent that, the next academic year, when they reach their teachers from the online platform, I really want to make sure we parents should take care of their kids' health, their mental health. So sharing a few points here. Now let me explain you how stress can lead to a decline in memory as well as concentration. We know that once we come across some threatening situation, there will be an immediate stimulation of certain areas of your brain that deals with survival instincts, and the rest of the brain area which is regarding the memory as well as concentration, there will be a sudden decline in the activities in these areas. So once a person is going through or is being exposed to continuous stress, as you have imagined rightly, there will be an increase in the activation of those areas of the brain that deals with survival instincts and the areas of the brain that deals with memory and concentration, their activities substantially are decreased, they are suppressed. When our kids are with us, when they are in the comforts of the home and teaching happens in an online platform, there will be that duration of this teaching will be only for a limited period of time, and the rest of the thing they can still follow their textbooks and notebooks, but kids may misuse the screen time. They may use smartphones or laptops given to them for a prolonged period of watching games or playing games or watching movies. So it is at this time or excessive usage of social media platforms can actually make them a bona fide addict. Let us consider how we are with our smartphones. It is assumed that if a person misses his phone, you have gone somewhere or your phone is missing, immediately he or she experiences a kind of panic. So this has been reported in 73% of people who are using smartphones. And you should also know that a person spends an average 4 to 6 hours using a smartphone. Tapping, typing and swiping. So these activities take a lot of time of their everyday schedule and routine. So once it is lockdown time period, once they are away from their daily responsibilities, the time that is spent on the social media platform is highly immense, and as a result, this has affected each one of us who has been using these social media platforms or smartphones or laptops, whatever it is, for an extensive period of time without control. It is said that on an average day, an average person spends or he touches the phone for not less than 2,600 times. This has become an obsession. It's also said that even though a person is not keeping his phone in his pocket, he may feel that his phone is vibrating in his pocket. So this is the kind of the obsession that we have developed with these gadgets. I told the statistics just to ensure to make you aware of what is happening around. So if this is happening with us, our kids who are not aware of the dangers in the social media platform may also get involved in this. I appreciate that Krisnaha has taken a really great responsibility in educating the students regarding how they should be careful while using the Zoom meetings or WebEx meetings, and they have tried their level best. And now, a few tips on stress management. How to control stress among kids. How to control stress among people who are in the lockdown phase or who are inside the home since the lockdown period, since March. So here is the answer. The first thing is we need to accept the reality that the pandemic is forcing us to be indoors. We should follow the hygiene measures and we should not be over anxious about this disease. Even though we are not attending the school, even though we are not going to the office, and personally going to the office, and we are sitting at home and working, we are sitting at home and learning, but there should be a time schedule. And this routine will enforce a mechanism, an escape mechanism from the tangles of stress. Another method is listening to music. Music therapy has got immense benefit. Music therapy is capable of reducing the pain that we perceive. It conditions our brain in such a way that we perceive only limited amount of pain. Not just that, it is an excellent de-stress tool. Usually if music is annoying, definitely it will not result in an enchanting experience, but if you are listening to a music that you wish to hear, you wish to listen, then music therapy is the best de-stress tool. And how it works? Music therapy, it ignites the reward areas of the brain, and as a result, more amount of feel-good hormones called dopamine is released in your bloodstream and you remain happy. The other method is practicing yoga. I've seen students doing yoga, even small kindergarten students being taught yoga in our school. So I know that the school is doing a really important measure to reinforce yoga and meditation among children. But if you still remember the lessons that you learned in your school on yoga and physical activity, then definitely you can practice it. Yoga is a great tool to de-stress yourself and keep yourself away from stress. There are several techniques, from instant relaxation technique to pranayama, meditation, breathing techniques. The techniques are immense and you can follow these and keep away from stress. To conclude, I suggest kids to pick up some new hobbies. They can attend a drama class, an online drama class, or they can start some new hobbies like playing an instrument or learning to draw, paint, these kind of arts and craft activities. Perhaps learning a musical instrument for the first time over an online platform may not be practical, but whatever is practical for you and whatever the kid really needs and whatever he or she wishes to participate in, those extracurricular activities can be entertained, and kids' mobile usage and their usage of the gadgets should be restricted, and they can start doing some gardening if they wish to, and sun exposure for a limited period of time, say 15 to 20 minutes every day is very important, because kids can also fall deficient of vitamin D, and vitamin D is very crucial in the development of a child, and not just that, for their memory and for not getting any sort of attention deficit disorders, and if there is any autistic tendency in our children, so these can be reduced by the exposure of vitamin D. So for all these areas, we need to have a little bit of exposure to the sun and doing some physical activities, yoga, meditation, breathing exercise, all can be practiced. That's all for today. Thank you so much.
Well, let's try and cope up with stress. and analyze and understand the points and advices shared with us through this video.
See, I told you that video could be of help.
Finally, something right said by Batson. Impressive.
But sadly, it is time that we come to end of our show.
So until we come back with more fun-filled and enjoyable episodes, goodbye to all.
Once again, stay safe, stay home.